Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Brooke. In the first clip of this video, before I get into my big secret, it's just going to be this easy, low impact pregnancy workout specifically designed for your third trimester. It's going to last you about 15 minutes. Mine is going to go much faster because I'm only showing you the first set of each exercise. So this first part is a wall sit. You want to do a 45-second wall sit 3 times. And if you can't do that, do the best that you can, the best of your ability. Don't push yourself. If your muscles are feeling weak or you're starting to get all crampy in your legs, stop and move on to the next exercise. While you're doing these, remember to keep your core tight and also to keep your legs at a 90-degree angle like you're sitting in a chair. This next exercise is going to help you a lot during labor and delivery and also help with that booty. It is squats. Just plain and simple squats. You want to do 3 sets of 20 reps. Again, if you can't get as low as you used to be able to, it's totally okay. If you have to take a little bit of extra time in between reps to get your heart rate back to normal, don't even worry about it. Do whatever feels good for your body. And remember that you want to be able to hold a conversation when you're exercising as a pregnant person. You don't want to ever be so out of breath that you can't talk to somebody and just have like a normal, easygoing conversation. So keep that in mind. Don't go too crazy. And as always, make sure to squeeze that butt at the top of each rep. It's very important. It's what's actually going to build muscle for you. The next exercise are calf raises, and you want to do 3 sets of 25 reps. Normally what I would do is I would have my toes pointing forward and then outward and then inward. So 3 sets all pointing different directions to get different parts of the muscle working. But I actually found that I couldn't do that while pregnant, or it would make me have cramps in my legs. So do whatever you need to do for that part. I just did them all facing forward. And then of course we've got some arm circles. I did 20 little arm circles going backwards and then forwards, and then I did 20 big arm circles going backwards and then forwards, and I did 3 different sets of those. So this one actually, I think it took the longest out of all of the different exercises that I did, just because I had to do 40 of these little repetitions in each set. So yeah, but it actually, surprisingly, it may not look like that big of a deal, but it's an arm killer. It really is. Also, look at my belly. Oh my god! I swear, my belly is just getting super huge super quickly. It's insane. Blowing my mind right now. It is blowing my mind. This next part is actually pretty funny because my dog was super concerned as to why I was on the ground. But the next exercise that you want to do is a plank. A 30-second plank, or however much you can do at that time. If your belly's just too big and you straight up don't feel comfortable doing a plank, don't do it. My plank ended up being literal garbage, but I'm trying to just have grace about it because I have not worked out since 8 weeks along was the last time I did a real legitimate workout. So yeah, this whole thing was definitely a lot for me, but I figured if if I'm feeling strong and capable and awake enough to work out, why not do it? Who cares that I'm starting a little bit late in the pregnancy? I gotta do what I gotta do. And if my plank sucks, my plank sucks, but hey, at least I tried. I hope that you guys enjoyed that little workout that I did. It was very low impact because, I am in my 3rd trimester. I'm 30 weeks pregnant, so you gotta kind of take it easy. One thing I noticed that was different for me versus before when I would work out is that it took me a little longer in between sets to recover and be able to do more. So just take your time. Modify as much as you have to. My plank did not go as well as I had hoped it would, but that's okay. That is totally fine. You just have to do whatever you can and be at peace with the fact that you can't do everything you used to be able to do during pregnancy. So now I'm just going to have this after workout breakfast. I have 2 pieces of toast here with like 1.5 bananas, not even, like 1 1/3 small bananas, and some flax seeds, some ground golden flax seed, and some cinnamon and peanut butter. So that is going to be my after workout snack. I also have a vitamin C supplement here because it is the winter and I'm not trying to get sick. So I'm just gonna go and eat this, drink a lot of water like I was throughout the whole workout, and yeah, have some coffee as well. I've got some decaf coffee sitting over there that just is calling my name. So that is my breakfast. Okay, you guys, I have a secret, and I've been keeping a secret for a very long time. We figured out the gender of our baby at 12 weeks, or 13 weeks I think, was when we figured out what the gender of our baby was, because we got some genetic testing done just to see if she had any chromosome abnormalities or anything like that. And with that, you also figure out what the gender of the baby is. And our baby is a girl. As you guys know, I had posted a really emotional tearjerker of a gender reveal, and I think I always have that linked in the description. So if you ever want to watch that, it's there, and I've literally watched it like 45 times. It's really beautiful, and my sister-in-law, Misty, she actually interviewed everybody who was at the event, and she asked them what their best piece of advice was and different things like that. So it's really a good video. But we knew already what her name was going to be, because for a boy, we already know the name for the boy. The first name is going to be Charles, after, you know, my boyfriend. Obviously, his dad is Charles, his grandpa is Charles, he's Charles. Like, it's a thing. The middle name is different for everybody, and we already had picked out a middle name. I won't say what it is for when we have our next baby. But yeah, we knew a girl name as well. We were really torn between a couple of options. He really liked some girl names. I hated all of the names that he picked out, and vice versa, same situation. I really liked Amelia, or like spelled with an A or an E, Amelia or Amelia. I loved it. I wanted to call her Mia, just like in the Princess Diaries, her name is Amelia Mignonette Thermopolis Rinaldi, but they call her Mia, and I wanted to call our daughter Mia, but her name be Amelia. Anyway, he hated that, which is fine, because it turns out that this year it was actually a super popular name, which I don't know if I would have liked, you know, because growing up, nobody had my name. So whenever, even to this day, whenever I meet another Brooke, it's like, oh my god, your name is Brooke too? It's like so cool, because my name was not very popular. Whereas if I would have been named like Allie or something, I know so many Allies and so many Britneys, because it was just a really popular name around that time. Anyways, he really liked the name Marina. I did not like the name Marina. We wanted to do kind of like a travel or like ocean beach themed name, because that's just us. Our dog's name is Passport. It's kind of what we do, but we couldn't come up with one that we liked. Atlas was one that we really liked, but I don't know, we always have said if we get another dog, we'll name her Atlas, because it would be Passport and Atlas, and it just, I don't know, we like the name, just not for our baby. And so then we were torn between 2 names, Ariel and Rose. Don't make fun of me about Ariel, okay? It's just, it's a great name, and it's got that ocean feel to it, and because you think about Ariel, you think of a mermaid, and we just love the ocean, we love to travel, it's our thing. It was my thing before I met him, and it was his thing before he met me, and then we came together and we were like, oh my god, we like the same thing. But yeah, and so we were torn between those 2. But Ariel didn't go too well with the middle name that we had picked. The middle name is really, really special to both of us and both of our sides of the family. His grandma has this name, and my great-grandma, who I was extremely close with, had this name as well. And it's funny because both his grandma and my great-grandma are from other countries, and they came here as, well, I think my grandma was a small child, and his grandma was in her 20s, I believe. But anyway, so they had their own names from their other country, but when they came to America, they picked a more American name, I guess, and it was the same name. So that name is Helen. Helen is something that I've always hoped I could name one of my daughters, because, like I said, I shared a very special relationship with my great-grandma whose name was Helen, and we had, yeah, we were like best friends, and she died when I was, I think, 9, which was really, really sad, but she was very old, and it was the first time I'd ever experienced a great loss in my life, so it was very sad for me. It was always just a name that I hoped I could name my child someday, but it's a really old-fashioned name. You don't hear anyone named Helen anymore unless it's a family name, and with CJ, it just kind of clicked. I was like, oh my god, your grandma's name is Helen too. Like, oh, it just works so well, right? So yeah, it was perfect. It was just absolutely perfect, and that name we knew for sure. We didn't think that Ariel Helen sounded very good at all. We also did like the name Heidi, but Heidi Helen, honey, no. So we decided to go with Rose. Rose is just such a pretty and feminine and gentle and soft, beautiful name, in my opinion. And if she grows up and is totally not feminine at all, or, you know, whatever, then that's my bad. But I just love the name Rose for a little girl because it's just such a, there is nothing more feminine than a rose, you know what I mean? It's so beautiful and gentle and soft and just all of the words that I've already repeated multiple times. And yeah, we loved that name right away, or at least I did, and he was like, well, no, it's too much like Titanic. But then literally like 2 weeks later, he was like, hey, what about the name Rose? I like that name too, honey. So yeah, we knew there's a moment in the gender reveal that you can kind of hear if you listen closely. Right after we find out it's a girl, we're like jumping up and down, and he turns to me and he's like, so Rose? And I was like, yes. So we just knew that I hoped that she was going to be a girl. Everybody kind of thought that she was going to be a girl, and we had kind of decided on the name Rose. And just in that moment when we saw the pink confetti come up, we just knew that's what her name is supposed to be. So I actually got this little ring. It's just a super cheap, like $2 ring, but it's got a rose, and on the inside is, I believe, an amethyst, well, a fake one, which is going to be her birthstone if she's born when they say she's gonna be born. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I have put out little hints here and there. In one of my ASMR videos, I actually accidentally let it slip, which was kind of funny, because in the video I'm just like, oh my god, please don't tell anyone. But it's just funny because I know that most people who watch my videos like this don't watch my ASMR videos, so I figured I was safe to just leave that in. So, fun fact, if you watch my ASMR videos, then you already know that her name is Rose, but now everybody knows. It's something I have been trying to keep on the DL, to be honest, so I could make a video revealing it. Excuse me, I'm pregnant, so yeah. I am not good at keeping secrets at all, so this was definitely not easy for me to keep on the DL for how long has it been? I'm 30 weeks along now, so 18 weeks, like more like 19, 20 weeks that we've kind of known what her name was going to be. So yeah, I kept that secret for a very long time because I wanted to take the opportunity to share it in its own video, because I think that it's just really important. It's kind of her identity, you know what I mean? She's just a baby, so she doesn't have like her own personality yet and her own things that she likes and her own traits. So I've just kind of got to give that to her and give her her own little persona before she can make one herself. So yeah, Rose is her name, Rose Helen Chastain. She's going to be taking my boyfriend's last name, which a lot of people in my life surprisingly have kind of given me some shit about. They have, because they're like, well, you guys aren't married and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, yeah, but I hope we will be someday. You know what I mean? And we are together. He is my partner. We live together. We have for over 2 years. We've got a dog together, and, you know, all of our bills are under both of our names. So it's like, we're together, you know? So even though we're not married, she is taking his last name, which I actually think it was never really a question for me, because I'm pretty sure that it would have been a deal breaker for him. Like, if I had said, no, she's taking my last name, for some reason I feel like that would not have gone over well. So, yeah. But Rose is her name, and now I can start saying it in my Instagram posts and in my videos, and that's gonna be very freeing, because there have been so many times where I've like screwed up and had to like erase it, because I'm just like, no, nobody knows yet. But yeah, everyone in my personal life knows, and now all of you can know as well. And if you hate her name, we love it, and there's nothing you can do about it. And some people still kind of talk crap because of Titanic, and we don't even, I talked to CJ about this a couple weeks ago, we don't even picture the Titanic Rose anymore, because we've said her name so many times in regards to her that when we say Rose, we think of our daughter. We don't think of anything else, like even the flower or anything like that. It's just like, that's who she is. So that's just what we picture. So yeah. I mean, I love Rose from Titanic, but that's just not why she got her name. So anyway, guys, yeah, that is my secret. I just wanted to share that and pop in, and I don't know what made me decide to do that in this video, but there it is. So if you love her name, let me know by just putting a bunch of rose emojis in the comments down below. That would be pretty cool. Go ahead, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. So everybody, say hi. Well, first, appreciate my Christmas sweater. Hello. Wow. They're all like individually Hello Dog hair sewn on in their own little patterns. So cute. Anyways, say hi to Rose. There she is. And then there she is. There's my girl from the side. Hi, baby.